Tonight on Chronicle, their music could inspire St. Patrick.
Whenever an accordion or a tin whistle or a flute strikes up a jig, you can't help but just tap your toes. This is Irish soul music.
And make the cherubs in heaven dance.
My daughter's a very spiritual person, and she believes that when we play in her house, that angels come in and fly around us, and that's how we got our name.
We're celebrating the sounds of Ireland with the Angel Band. That's next on Chronicle. Hi everyone, I'm Tom Griffith.
And I'm Tiffany Eddy. And welcome to a very Irish edition of Chronicle.
Yeah, we're at the place they call America's Stonehenge in North Salem, New Hampshire. It's an archaeological site that is perhaps the oldest megalithic mystery in all North America.
This is a maze of man-made chambers, ceremonial tunnels, and astronomical markers, and no one is really sure who built all this.
One theory is that Irish monks crossed the Atlantic and did all this around 1000 AD, and for, well, this St. Patrick's Day weekend anyway, we're going to go with that theory.
There are all sorts of Celtic celebrations happening around New Hampshire this weekend, and not to be outdone, we've got one of our own.
That's right. Born in 1994, the Angel Band features the works of Ireland's national composer, Turlough O'Carolan, and has won acclaim both here and in Ireland for their joyous performances.
Well, that's enough of us. Let's get to it. Here is New Hampshire's greatest ambassador to Ireland, the Angel Band.
The Angel Band came into existence in 1994. We have, for many years, gathered in Portsmouth on Friday afternoons to play music. And we decided we wanted a little more of that, so we started getting together on weekends. And because we had two harp players with us, and we also play Irish music, we gravitated toward the music of Turlough O'Carolan, who is Ireland's national composer.
Repertoire consists about 75% of the music of Turlough O'Carolan, Ireland's national composer. We also do traditional Irish dance music, jigs, reels, hornpipes. We also play music from other Celtic countries, especially Brittany in the northeast corner of France. When we first formed up, we used to practice over at my daughter's house. My daughter's a very spiritual person, and she believes that when we play in her house, that angels come in and fly around us, and that's how we got our name. piece, Loftus-Jones shows our ability to incorporate dynamics into our ensemble. You'll notice the swelling, the crescendo, the decrescendo, up and down and up and down. This gives color to the music. Fortunately for us, this piece of music lends itself very well to acute dynamics, and we work very hard on this.
Coming up next, more of the Angel Band. How well do you know New Hampshire? See if you know this place. Take a good look. You may have passed it in your Granite State travels. Stay with us to find out if you've ever been here. Next, more Celtic music.
We're working on the repertoire of Ireland's national composer, Turlough O'Carolan, who was born in 1670 and died 1738.
Turlough O'Carolan's music has come down to us only as the melody lines. There are about 215 compositions that were transcribed during his times, but no accompaniment, no harmonies, no counter melodies. So that leaves it free to us to put those in and create that aspect of the music as we go along. This is something that we enjoy very much.
The melody of Bridget Cruse lends itself to the most sensitive instruments in the band, which are the harp and the violin. And that's how we chose to arrange this piece. Although the band plays a supporting role, we'd like to feature the harp and the violin on this piece. Turlough O'Carolan was a young man. He had a lover, and her name was Bridget Cruse. And when he was blinded by smallpox at age 18, they had the parting of the ways, and they never came into any contact for many, many, many years. And it is said that when he was an old man, he went on a pilgrimage to the Purgatory of St. Patrick on an island in Loch Durg. And when the boat touched the shore, he reached out his hand for assistance. And someone took his hand, and he grasped the hand and said with complete assurance, "This is the hand of Bridget Cruse." And it was. almost always, you can count on a few tears to be shed by the audience. So we know that this music touches people.
The sounds of Ireland.
Carolyn's music, I suppose, could be considered as part of St. Patrick's Day, just like any other type of Irish music. You know, in Ireland, St. Patrick's Day is not the big celebration that it is on this side of the ocean. It's more of a religious holiday. In fact, only maybe 20 years ago or so, when travel agents started sending large groups of Americans to Ireland, did it become the St. Patrick's Day parade type of thing.
This piece of music was written by Turlough O'Carolan for his patron, George Brabazon of French Park in County Westmeath in Ireland. Our interpretation of this piece of music is one of counterpoint and counter-melody. The harp starts very softly, the violin layers in, then the concertina layers in. We do a lot of layering. The third time through, if you listen very closely, you'll hear the concertina in arpeggio most of the time. The banjo drives the third part also. We worked very hard on this piece of music, and it's one of our best arrangements. This is Irish soul music. It certainly is, because this music brought the Irish people through many, many centuries of hard times. We're enjoying some modicum of success. We've made 2 trips to Ireland and a trip to Canada, and we play all around New England, and we're quite happy with what we're doing right now. People like it, and we like it, and we're working very hard on our music.
Coming out of New Hampshire, recognize this now.
And performances is that I get to recite some poems. This one is taken from the works of Seamus Heaney. It's called digging. Between my finger and my thumb, the squat pen rests, snug as a gun. Under my window, a clean, rasping sound as the spade sinks into gravelly ground. My father, digging, and I look down. His straining rump among the flower beds stoops low and comes up 20 years away, bending in rhythm through potato drills where he was digging. The coarse boot nestled on the lug. The shaft against the inside knee was firmly levered. He rooted out the tall tops, sunk the bright edge deep, and scattered new potatoes that we picked, loving their cool hardness in our hands. By God, the old man could handle a spade, just like his old man. My grandfather cut more turf in a day than any other man on Toner's Bog. Once I brought him milk, stoppered sloppily with paper. He straightened up to drink, and then fell right away, nicking and slicing, going down and down for the good earth, digging. The cold smell of potato mold, the squelch and slap of soggy peat, the curt cuts of an edge awaken living roots within my head, but I've no spade to follow men like them. Between my finger and my thumb, squat pen rests, and I'll dig with it.
Great music, but I didn't see any green alligators or long-necked geese.
How about some humpty-back camels or chimpanzees?
Good stuff.
It definitely is. And if you want to hear the Angel Band live, they are appearing tomorrow night at the Adams Memorial Opera House in Derry. Click over to the WMURchannel.com and we will connect you with more information.
We'll also let you know how to get a hold of their CDs. Have a great St. Patrick's Day, everyone, and may you be in heaven a half hour before the devil knows you're dead.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.